Hi guys! I wanted to take a few minutes to explain Yin Yoga and what it actually is. So you might be newer to Yin Yoga, or maybe you've practiced a bunch but you still have some basic questions. This video is here to explain some of those basics to you. Yin Yoga is a form of yoga that we're holding our poses for a lot longer than in a typical vinyasa, power flow, or hot sequence. And we hold the poses longer, supported with props around us for several reasons. So one of the first reasons is that it allows you to access your parasympathetic nervous system. That's that state in your body where you're calmer. So opposite of fight or flight, it's rest and digest, and it's when your body can make different connections and do a lot of healing. We also hold our poses longer so that we can access our deeper tissue within our body. So instead of just accessing muscle, it allows us to access our fascia, which is the connective tissue between every area of our body. It allows us to access our ligaments and our tendons. It's even the slow lengthening of our joints. So it's absolutely healthy for your body and for your mind and for your heart. Yin allows you to go into this really calm emotional state as well. I actually call Yin pure magic. And when people ask me about Yin, a lot of times I call it the art of letting go, both mind and body. So because we're holding these poses a lot longer, it kind of allows our mind to calm. It allows us to get really grounded and reset a lot of things. We use props in Yin Yoga to hold us up off of the ground. So, for example, if you're taking a forward fold stretch and you feel like, oh gosh, I can't typically reach my toes, how am I going to hold this stretch for like 3 to 5 minutes? You can use a prop to help hold your body up so that you're assisted and that the pose is more comfortable. You're trying to find the edge between feeling the stretch and being comfortable within it. So you don't ever want to push it to the point where it's painful. Obviously, in any kind of yoga, we'd back away from that. And a lot of what we're paying attention to is sharpness in our joints. So if you ever notice any sharp sensation in your knees, your ankles, your elbows, your shoulders, any of your joints, your hips, then you'll want to back away from that completely. That's your cue to add in another prop, to unravel from your pose and not go as deep next time. But the sensation that you want to feel is more of that muscle sensation. You'll probably recognize it to feel like that deep within your muscles and deep within your tissue, that stretch. And that's a sensation that you can sit in a bit longer. One of the main pieces of advice that I always give to definitely my newer yogis, but anybody that practices with me, and you'll hear me say this often, is to just meet yourself where you're at. Not where you were yesterday on your mat, not where you want to be tomorrow, but where you're at today. And that's such an important aspect in Yin. Instead of going hard on yourself and really ruining your self-care experience, let yourself just fully be where you are at and get present and just realize that there's going to be a benefit for practicing, even if it doesn't feel like your practice or your body is showing up as you expected to. And a lot of times as well within our minds, there can be a lot of chatter. And because Yin is such a quiet yoga practice, sometimes that creeps up more. So my advice there is if you notice yourself kind of just drifting off into thoughts or a to-do list for tomorrow or something like that, just come back to your breath. Let the slow oceanic rhythm of your breath be your guide for your practice. And between that, to stabilize your thoughts, your breath to also help move you deeper into the poses, and just the consistency of time and showing up in these poses. I think that when you show up to your mat regularly in Yin, you will find it to be a really, really rewarding practice, again, for your mind, your body, and for your heart. I hope that you enjoyed this. Be sure to check out my part 2 video where I'm going to explain some of the yoga props that I use in Yin and some of the accessories that I bring to my mat with me. I'll see you soon.